Hey FlossTube, it's Leslie with Fat Cat Flossing, back again in a week. Can you believe it? Today is Monday, December 31st, 2018. This is FlossTube number 61 for me, I think. Let me look. Yes, hey, I remembered right. Number 61. Thanks y'all for coming by to visit. I sure appreciate it. It continues to blow my mind that people come and watch me blither about cross stitch, and I am flattered and thankful, and thanks for coming to visit. I'm going to show y'all a bunch of stuff today, so I'm going to get right into it. And this is crooked, driving me nuts. Excuse me while I adjust you. Maybe that's better, maybe it's not, who knows. Anyway, quick life update. Thank y'all all so much for the prayers and the emails and the private messages and the Facebook messages and everything. Steve is doing much better. He went back to work last Wednesday. He gets tired easily, but he's feeling a lot better than he did. His blood sugars are down to mostly a normal range now. He's on some insulin, but you know, still improvement. I'm very happy with that. He's lost 13 pounds since he came home from the hospital. He is not a happy camper about his new diet because, you know, he's on restricted calories and low fat. But hey, I want him around for a long time, so I'm feeding him. I'm not real crazy about it either, but I'm eating the same thing he is. Although I'm probably taking in more calories than him. But anyway, we're trying, and he is feeling much better. And thank y'all again so much for your solicitude and all the prayers and support for me. I sure appreciate it. Cats are all doing great. The two littlest babies, they were 4 weeks old on Friday, and on Sunday I graduated them out from their mommy crate into the playpen, and they're doing terrific. There's two little girls, and not for sure yet what their names are. I'm going to be working on that shortly. They'll still have, this was the P year, so they'll have names that start with P. 2019 will start the Q year. Because Burmans are registered alphabetically depending on the year they're born. I'm not looking forward to names with Q's. If you got any good suggestions, let me know. Anyway, kitties are doing great. I have girls in heat, and they're all grumpy and bitchy, so I apologize if you hear cat noise in the background. But anyway, thanks again for coming by to visit. I have quite a few new subscribers. I've had over, I think, probably 100 in the last week or so. So I assume somebody probably shouted me out. My FlossTube time's been a little bit limited. I haven't got a lot watched. So if you know who might have shouted me out recently, let me know so I can say thanks to them, because I sure do appreciate it, just like I appreciate all you guys coming by to visit. In all the kerfluffle over Steve being sick and in the hospital and surgery and all that kind of nonsense, I missed my 1 year FlossTube anniversary. It was on December 11th. And again, I just want to say thanks. Y'all have been such a blessing to me over the last year. I feel like I have a whole community of friends, almost 1,900 people that want to share cross stitch with me, and I appreciate you all. Thanks for coming by to chat again. I am at, I think, 1,870 some odd subscribers. I'm going to do a giveaway when I get to 2,000. That will be probably a project bag of your choice from my stash of stuff. And I've got all kinds of fabrics. I can make you one. And I have some patterns that I'll include. Those include 123 Stitcher Street from SamSarah, True Friends from Lone Elm Lane, and there's a BBD one. Yep, this little one here from Blackbird Designs, and I think that's very cute. I'm sorry, it's very glary today. Anyway, and there'll be some fabric probably, and maybe some silks in there. So what you need to do to enter that 2,000 subscriber giveaway is you can comment on this video, number 61, or any subsequent video between now and when I get to 2,000. When I roll over 2,000, I will, cut it off at that point and aggregate the comments and do the random number picker thing for that. So y'all comment and be entered for that. And again, thanks. I don't have a whole lot to show whip-wise. I've only worked on a couple of things, and 90% of it was on, whoops. Sorry, I'm poorly organized. Find the picture here. 90% of what I worked on was Oh Beautiful from Shepherd's Bush. Beautiful pattern, one of the most beautiful pieces of needlework I've ever seen. I saw the model at the Silver Needle in Tulsa, and it is, I don't know who stitched it, but you're a master, and it's beautiful. I am not quite so masterful, and I'm not going to get it done before the end of 2018. I'm close. I am close, and I have made some real good progress. I think when I showed this to y'all last week, I think I had this band done down here, the flowers. So I have finished, another row of 1 over 1 here, this little, these specialty stitches here, and then the little sea creatures band here. There is one more band that goes down here at the bottom that's satin stitch. I haven't got it. Up at the top, I was, I don't remember if I had this row of 1 over 1 done or not. I kind of think I did, but I'm not positive. But I have done from here up. And I will tell you, this row right here kind of looks like trees. That's called Swedish weaving. Run the other way, run fast, run far. Oh my Lord, it drove me nuts. I spent, I think it was Saturday doing that. And it was a challenge. I didn't have fun with that one. It's pretty done, but wow, I didn't like it at all. And I finished last night this top row of the 1 over 1 letters. So I'm done with the 1 over 1. I think I have like 2 little flowers to add on one of these bands down here, this one maybe, that are 1 over 1, but I mean, they're probably not 10 or 15 stitches a piece, so that won't take long to do. But I will finish this probably not today. I think I've got 3 or 4 more bands up here, and one of them, well, I'll just show you. Okay, I've got the 1 over 1 letters done here, so I've got 2 rows that'll go fairly quickly, and then this satin stitch woven stuff there. That one will probably take me a while. And then down at the bottom, I have this last blue band of satin stitch done. So I expect I will have it done this week because I am going to finish this sucker out. But it's not going to be in 2018. It'll be my first 2019 finish. So it's all good, right? Still going to hang on my wall whether I finish it today or next week or whenever. So, and I am still absolutely in love with that pattern. This was my New Year's Day start last year, and I would have really liked to have gotten it done, but c'est la vie. It is what it is. The only other thing I worked on this week was Monday. Yeah, Christmas Eve. Was Nancy from the Addicted Sisters is doing her birthday sal. And I couldn't resist. And this is a free pattern, so I'm showing the pattern. This is Love Lives Here from Cecilia Turner, I think, right? Yeah, from Heart and Hand, anyway. And I got a little start on that. This is 1 over 2 on some 40 count. And I got, oops, upside down, sorry. More easily readable. I've got Love Lives. So I'll get back to this, and I think that will stitch up pretty quickly once I get Oh Beautiful done. That is a freebie pattern. I linked, put up the link to it in the show notes from last week's video. So if you're interested in doing that freebie, you can go back and look at video 60, and you'll see the link down there. I do have the link to the freebie pattern there. Now, since tomorrow, oh, by the way, Happy New Year! I'm wearing my sparkly shirt that I got for Christmas from my mother-in-law. I didn't have the heart to tell her I don't go out and party, so I have nowhere to wear it. So I'm wearing it for y'all. It's really pretty and soft and comfortable. I like it. But I don't go out and party, so I'm just wearing it for the video. But speaking of new starts, tomorrow is New Year's Day. And my New Year's start for this year is going to be Love Never Fails from Barbara Anna Designs. Again, it's a very, very pretty pattern. I'm going to do this kind of as a wedding sampler for Steve and I because I wasn't stitching back. I was kind of on hiatus when we got married. So this is a 36 count vintage navy bean. And I've got Carrie's Creation silks that Julie, I'm saying Elm a lot, I'm sorry, that Julie from Reflections Framing and Stitching kitted up for me. So tomorrow, that's my start. And we're going to treat Crystal, I think she says her last name, Geek, in Florida, is also doing a wedding sampler. And we're going to do this as a Sal, hashtag loved one Sal, LOVEDONESAL. And I'll put that hashtag down below. If you want to do any kind of couples, wedding, anniversary, I love you honey, sampler or piece, please feel free to join in and use that tag, and we'll see what everybody's stitching for that. And we're starting that tomorrow. But it's not a you got to start it tomorrow or you're out. Start it when you feel like it and just use that hashtag, and we'll see what we all do. I had very, very little haul this week. I have joined the Floss of the Month Club from Silks for You. Silks for You is in Australia. They're on Etsy. I will try to remember to link their Etsy shop below. But I got this month's flosses, and I was thrilled because I love pinks. And look at those. They're all variegated to some degree, some a little bit more than others. And those colors are relatively true. They may be a little bit darker than what they actually are. And there's very subtle, differences. Like these two on camera look the same, but they're really not. This one is lighter than this one. And these all are in the same color family, but they are not quite the same. And again, I love pink, and I can't wait to figure out something to use those on. And they sent them in this pretty little gift bag. It is a great price on those. It is $20 a month, including shipping, for 5 skeins of 10 yards each of wonderful silk. I have used the Silks for You silks on some other things, and they are a very nice quality silk. I like them a lot. So I'm excited. I'm really trying to curtail my spending in 2019, but I do think those are worth it, and I'm hoping to be able to continue those. The only other thing I've got is I got a Christmas card. I think it was Christmas Eve this came. Pretty card, and I got a bunch of other cards, y'all. And thank y'all all for sending us cards. I'm so sorry I didn't get Christmas cards out this year. But just with Steve in the hospital was one thing I didn't get done. Cute little card with some antlers there and a wreath from Donna Ray Barrow. And Donna Ray, Flannel Jammies Farm, included this adorable little Christmas thread keep. Isn't that cute? I thought that's a just adorable Santa. Love it. Thank you so much, Donna Ray. Sorry, I'm putting stuff up because I'll lose it. And I don't want to lose it. It's too cute. Okay. And then the last little bit of old business is, well, old business may not be the right thing. For my giveaway from my video 2 videos ago, number 59, way back when, November 30th, I think, I had asked everybody to comment with whether or not they were a seasonal stitcher. And I forget how many comments I had. 80 something, I think. But I listed them all out from that video and from last week's video. Put them on a spreadsheet, numbered them, did the random number picker, and the winner came up as, I wrote it down. Where'd it go? Lori, and I'm sorry, Lori, I'm going to murder your last name. Scicolone? S-C-I-C-O-L-O-N-E. Scalone? I don't know. Something I can't say. But thank you so much for your comments. I know you comment real frequently. I do recognize the name, even if I can't say it. But I will comment on your comment when I get done with this video. And if you will email me, I'll include my email. And if you will email me privately with your mailing address, I will get this out in the mail to you. It does include my working copy. I figured, why waste your paper and ink? And there's a little bit of writing on the working copy, but I think the rest of it is pretty pristine. And it's a really sweet little pattern to stitch. You'll enjoy it. So congratulations, Lori. Okay, excuse me for 1 second. I want a drink. I want a real drink just because I feel like lately I've earned one. But Steve can no longer have any alcohol, so there's no more drinking for me either, because I figure what's sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander. I may have to have the occasional glass of wine. But anyway, I will toast y'all tonight with that, if I remember. Odds are I'll be in bed well before the new year. Anyway, I thought we'd do a little bit of a 2018 review, and I'm going to go very quickly with this because you've seen all of it before. But it was kind of fun for me to go back and count up. I had 29 finishes in 2018, and if I counted correctly, I believe that I had 8 in 2017. Most of those were bigger projects from 2017, but I did have quite a few more in 2018, and I think y'all are a positive influence on my stitching because I feel motivated to get something done, so I've got something to show. And if I counted correctly, always iffy, I think that I'm going forward with 15 whips. Now I have a bunch of new starts planned for this year, but I think I have 15 things that I actually started that are not finished. I'm so sorry, pardon me. And if y'all would like to see a whip parade, let me know and I'll pull that stuff out. But unless you want to see it, so let me know. Okay. So, quickly going through my productivity for 2018. The first thing I finished in 2018, and I have passed on most of the patterns for this stuff, not all of them, but most of them. So I don't have patterns to show on most of them because I'm a believer in pass the stash. This is 123 Stitcher Street from SamSarah Designs. And this is mostly finished as just a little flat. I have the best of intentions for putting some cording around it and hanging it, but somehow that fell by the wayside. I don't know. But anyway, I finished this in January. It was a relatively quick, sweet little stitch. And I think that's one of the patterns I included. Yep, that's one of the patterns that's in my 2,000 subscriber giveaway. And, you know, it's a stitcher thing. And y'all, my stacks have stacks. So let's hope nothing goes flying. The next thing I finished also in January of last year was Little Gray Hare from Lizzie Kate. Very quick little stitch. I think I did this in 2 days, I believe. And I was silly. It came with a little egg-shaped pattern to finish it. And I don't know why I didn't do that. I just, you know, it came with the pattern for cutting it out. And I just had a brain fart and didn't do it. But he's a little stand-up, and I'll put him out in the spring. He's got some beads on him here and up here. And they really, see them a little bit there. Really don't show up much. But anyway, Lizzie Kate. The next thing I finished was Old Glory. And this is a Little House Needleworks pattern. I do still have this pattern, I believe, and that will be a giveaway probably in the spring, so you have time to get it done before the 4th of July. But I thought he came out real cute. I finished him as a flat fold. And he's a little bent. I need to stick him under some heavy books and see if I can kind of straighten that out. But he's been sitting on top of my haul tree over there ever since last year, and it seems like he's kind of bent a little bit. But I thought that was a very cute little pattern. Liked it a lot. Enjoyed doing that one. The next thing I finished, this one's big, was another Lizzie Kate. This is Things Unseen, and it was my last January finish of 2018, and I think it came out pretty well. I didn't get this framed until sometime last summer. I think I finally got it framed and hung up, and it's not perfectly framed because I did the framing, but I love it. I love the sentiment. It's a quote from Helen Keller, and it's just beautiful. And I know there are a number of people working on this right now, and I hope you are enjoying yours as much as I enjoyed mine. Let's see if I can not break it. Oh Lord, there's all kinds of dust and cat hair on it. Need to dust that. Then starting in February, I finished Love You More, which is a freebie pattern from Hands On Design, Kathy Haberman. And I finished it as a little pin pillow. I don't do a good job on my seam. This is some material I had in my stash. I thought it matched pretty well with the linen. And this is a piece of silk sari ribbon. And I've got a boatload of that sari ribbon. I used it when I was making jewelry. And maybe I'll include some of that sari ribbon in that giveaway too if I can remember to do it. Anyway, I thought that came out really cute. And this is actually stitched with some of the Silks For You variegated floss. Love that floss. Then also in February, y'all, I am embarrassed to show this, but I'm going to do it. I finished, this is one of the Lizzie Kate Summer Smalls. This is the one where I had the brain fart and made the sheep blue. Say it ain't so. It's me. I'm a tad special sometimes. Anyway, and I've got it almost finished into this little pillow. I just need to sew on the rest of the trim. And this is cheapy trim. This is from like the paper art scrapbooking section at Hobby Lobby, and I think I found it on sale for like 99 cents a roll. And you know, it ain't Lady Dot Creates, but you know, for my purposes, it's adequate. And whoops, the back of the pillow is a watermelon print fabric. So hopefully I will get that actually finished in time to display it for summer. I don't enjoy finishing. I can do it. It's not my favorite, but hey, I'm free labor, so I will be doing it at some point. Okay, what did I do next? My next finish was the 12 Days of a Texas Christmas. I don't have that anymore. It was a Mother's Day gift for my best friend's mom. Char's mom, Anna, has kind of adopted me as a second daughter, and I love her to pieces. And Charlotte bought the pieces parts for it, and I stitched it for her, and that went to her for her Mother's Day. And I think I have passed that. It's a Redbird Designs pattern. And I think I've also passed that stash on that one. The next thing I finished was another Lizzie Kate. Get something to hold up behind him. This is Henry O'Hare, and who has a thread on him. My plan is to finish this as a stand-up. I've never done a stand-up. That's going to be an adventure in itself if I get my gumption up. I would like to stitch his sister. There's Clara. I can't remember the name of the other one. There are a total of 4 of these. I have the patterns for 2 more. I'm still on the search for the 4th, but hopefully I will get him and his relatives finished to stand up at some point. Maybe, I hope. Let's see. The next thing I finished was another Lizzie Kate, a little bee. And this is just finished as a little pin pillow. And I don't think I'm going to put any rickrack or anything around the edge of that one. I think it's okay as is. This will go up if I get enough little things done to have some type of dough bowl, which I have. It's not a dough bowl, but it's a bowl to put stuff in. If I can get enough little smalls finished, I want to do that. I have to figure out where I'm going to put it. Probably on top of the hall tree, because if I put it like on my dining room table, which is where I would really like to put it, I feel quite confident that the cats will take these out and play with them. Anyway, there's a little bee from Lizzie Kate, and I've already passed the stash on that one also. Okay, the next thing I finished was a Mother's Heart from Shepherd's Bush. I did that for my mother-in-law, JJ, for Mother's Day last year, and it's hanging on her wall in her house next door, so I don't have that one to show you. Then I got out my handy-dandy project roll here. I love this thing. This is the tutorial from the Twisted Stitcher, Vonna Pfeiffer. I will try to remember to link it below. I plan to make a couple more of these at some point. I'd like to make one for smaller projects, and then I'd like to make a really long one to put some longer stuff in, because I've still got some stuff in here, and you can see one of them is, a couple of them are kind of folded up because I didn't make this quite long enough. But it's a great, very easy tutorial, and I will try to remember to link that for you, because like all of her tutorials, it's just wonderful. But I pulled a bunch of stuff out of there, and my next finish was, this is a Blackbird Designs, something behind it, Leslie. Blackbird Designs pattern. This is from the, oh shoot. The pattern is called Welcome Dear August. And I can't remember what the name of the booklet is, but I will try to, I'll look and try to remember to put that below. It's a very sweet little pattern. I thought, and there's some other pieces in that book I would like to do also. Really like that. Actually, I may have to ask Michelle. I loaned her that book. Okay. The next thing I finished was a Shepherd's Bush called Shepherd's Roll, which is a needle roll. I've put it somewhere safe, and it's safe for me. I have no idea where it is. But I did have a finish in May. That was my only May finish. Right? Yep. Because this is another Shepherd's Bush pattern called Scatter Hearts. And this was a June finish. I didn't have many finishes in May, June, and July because I was caught up in the mania crazy. I'm going to do some type of mania this year, but I don't know what. But definitely, I'm not going to try to start 19 new things in May. I found it frustrating last year to have so many starts every day because I felt like I didn't accomplish anything. So this year I'll do some type of mania. I may see how many things I finished last year from my mania starts and, you know, do that many new starts this year. So I'll have some kind of mania, but it ain't gonna be 19 of them. This is, right? Nope, that's not the next one. My next one was If a Flower Bloomed, which was I made into a wall hanging and gave to my best friend Charlotte for her birthday last July. So I don't have that one. And then also in July, I finished Liberty Lane from Country Cottage Needleworks. This was one of my favorite stitches of last year. I loved this piece. Loved it, loved it, loved it. It's stitched almost all in Victorian, a conversion to Victorian motto sampler threads. On, I think, 32 or 36, I don't remember count, Vintage Country Mocha. I love that one. That one was a lot of fun. Okay. And then I finished also in July, Handful of Posies from Stacy Nash Designs. And I still have this pattern, and it'll be a giveaway at some point later this year. I'm going to use all, you know, if I ever get to do any finishing, I'm going to use all the rest of the pieces parts out of the kit. So I'm not going to do the giveaway until I'm finished with all the instructions, so I can include all the pieces parts. Well, I'll be using the fabric and stuff that came with it, but all the instructions will go with it. But I thought that came out very cute. I think this was a mania start, I think. Substance in, I don't remember. Okay, my next finish, this was an August finish. This is My Heart is True from Gail Busey. It was one of those little kits that came with the Krynic silks in the little seedy jewel box looking thing. It was a very fun little stitch. This was my first thing that I stitched and completed over 40 count. There are a number of specialty stitches in that little bitty pattern. But if you want to get your feet wet with some specialty stitches, you may consider picking up one of those, because it was a nice little stitch. I enjoyed it. And I've already passed that one along also. Then in August, I think, yep. In August, I finished Sally Spencer from Birds of a Feather. This was a stitch along. Lynette homesteading on the home front. I don't remember who all else did this. I know. Excuse me with it. Stop it. Sorry, I have grumpy cats. Anyway, a bunch of us did this. I put everybody's initials in that I knew of. Helen. And Helen, I can't remember what your channel name is now. Donna Ray, Lynette. Lori from Mischievous Stitches. Michelle Bendy. A lot of us did this. I think Susie Reno is still working on it, I think. But it was a lot of fun, although those letters just ate my lunch. They were not my favorite. But I think it came out really cute. I framed this one myself. It's not perfect, but it's done and it's hanging on my wall. Hard to complain about that part. My next finish was a Barbara Anna design. This is a Wicked Plant from Barbara Anna. This was a conversion also, my own conversion to mostly Victorian Motto sampler threads. And I really like that. I'm going to make that at some point into a little pillow that I can set over on my hall tree and have it probably for next Halloween. And that pattern has also already made its way to its new home. Michelle just kitted it up and I think started it the other day. My next finish for September was a pattern called Fran and Frankie from Crafty Like a Fox on Etsy. That was a gift for our best friend's anniversary, and it's already gone to live in Texas with them. My next one, oops, no, another big one. This was my birthday start last year. This is Harvest Moon from Shepherd's Bush. Lots and lots of specialty stitches in there. Sorry, you can really see my windows. Sorry for the grumpy cats in the background. Anyway, I got that finished. I started it on July 8th, my birthday, and finished it in September or October. Let's see. When did I finish it? In September, September 21st. Then my last September finish was Happy Heart from Shepherd's Bush. Another fun little stitch. This one took me forever. It doesn't look like it would be that much, but there are a gazillion and 3 color changes in there and a poop ton of back stitch. I was amazed. I thought that was going to be a real quickie. It was not. In October, I did Quaker Pumpkin. This is on a hand-dyed by Rolanda fabric and with her threads also. I liked both. Somebody passed the stash to me on this, and I have already passed that pattern along again. But I thought it came out really cute. And again, at some point, I will get that made into a little pin keep. One of these days when I get my gumption up to do some finishing. My next finish was Sweetest Home from Country Cottage Needleworks. I love bee stuff. You know, my cattery name is Bumblebee. So I don't like the way this is framed. I will be redoing it at some point, but that day is not today. Oh Lord, don't fall. Okay, gotta find another place to put that. I'm terrified I'm gonna break the glass in this stuff. And then I finished, love this one, Wilhelmina from Plum Street Samplers. I bitched and moaned about my colors of the fancy floss in this because I thought the colors were too similar. I changed a few of them, of the call for colors, to be Victorian motto threads because I wanted a little bit more differentiation. But I'm very happy with the way it came out overall. This is the mat that I finger painted and did the framing myself. This hangs in my guest bath, and I like it a lot. So let's see if I can not break it. We're almost at the end, I promise. My next finish was a big one. I don't have something big enough to put behind this. This is Blackberry House from Plum Street Samplers. I started it last January and finished it in November. I left off some of the bunting at the top because I think it'll be easier to frame without it. And I think I have a frame that'll work for it, but I just haven't spent a day doing any framing type stuff. But very happy with how that came out. It was a terrific stitch. And I have loaned the pattern to somebody right now, but when I get it back, it will be a giveaway. Okay, also in November, and I haven't ironed these last few, y'all, I finished Selfie Sampler from Lizzie Kate. I had this about, I don't know, 25% or more done, but I had started it 1 thread over 2, and this is 30 count weeks Dye Works linen. And I did not love the 1 over 2 coverage, so I ripped it all out and restarted it 2 over 2 after seeing Stephanie's version, and I'm real happy with how it came out. I think it's very cute. Again, at some point, I'll make a little pillow out of it. And then in November, this is today's giveaway, the one I just drew the name for. This is Welcome Spring from Brenda Gervais. I love this pattern. It was so much fun. I love, love, love the blue of those robin's eggs. I think this came out very cute. This one I have to get finished sooner rather than later because I'd like it out for spring. I think it's very cute. And then my last 2018 finish. And I talked about this last week, how it's finished as charted, but I'm going to add some borders to it. And Stephanie is being kind enough to loan me the book that the borders are in. This is 'Tis the Season from Blackbird Designs. It was a sal starting on Labor Day, and I think there's still some folks stitching on it now. Don't feel bad, I wasn't sure I'd get done. And it's a beautiful pattern. I hope everybody enjoyed it as much as I did. And this is my own conversion to Victorian motto. I did not do it in the recommended flosses. And that, my friends, was my 2018. I hope I get as much accomplished in 2019 or even more maybe. I hope I get some of this stuff finally finished because I'm a little embarrassed at how many things I haven't really finished off. But I'm glad you watched and went through them with me. Let's see, I did the winner. We're going to do the 2,000 subscriber giveaway as soon as, comment on this or subsequent videos until I get to 2,000. I'll enter you for that drawing. I hopefully, knock on wood, I'm not going to try to do another video this week because I don't think I'm going to get, I plan to finish Oh Beautiful, but I don't think I'll have much besides that to show. So I hope to be back Friday a week. And hopefully have maybe that and a new start or 2 to show you. I just want to tell you guys again, I appreciate all of you so much. I appreciate you coming to watch. I appreciate your interaction with me in the comments and messages and on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. You guys were really a light for me when Steve was really sick and in the hospital. I appreciate your prayers so much. I'm going to ask you again to continue those. He has his doctor visits, his follow-up with the surgeon and his general practitioner on Thursday, I think. And then the GI specialist we see, I think, first thing Wednesday morning, or maybe it's the other way around. Anyway, he's got his follow-up this week. We're going to hope that they have some good news for us regarding the state of his liver. We'll see. But please keep those prayers coming and know how much I really do appreciate them. And then finally, I just want to tell you what a blessing you've all been in my life. I hope that Cross Stitch and the FlossTube community blesses you all as much as it has me. I wish you all the very best, a 2019 filled with health and happiness and your heart's desires and the joy of stitching. Thanks for coming to visit, y'all. God bless. Bye-bye.